A website that does not have a clear support system for its clients can be very frustrating for customers and future customers. Today, we're going to be taking a look at HelpGent. We are going to see if this has a complete package of features that are needed to provide amazing support for our clients. Now, most people think just having a contact form is enough, but I tell you what, if you can add a brilliant experience, this is going to be even much better for your clients. Okay, let's dive in and let's take a look at HelpGent and see if this tool is right for us. All right, so the first thing you want to do is to download it. So I've gone ahead and logged into my dashboard. Now, by the way, before I continue, if you're watching this around Black Friday, there's a 50% off. All right, so over here, we have our dashboard. So if you come over here now to downloads, you can see that we can go ahead and download it here. If we go to our subscription, this is where you have your license key. All right, so I'm going to copy this. And then we're going to come over here to our website. Now, installing this is very easy. You want to come over here to your dashboard and then go all the way down to your plugins. So I'm going to come over here, click on Add New Plugin. Now, here there's a free version of HelpGent, so you need to install that first. So you can come over here and search for HelpGent. Okay, so here it is. I've already gone ahead and downloaded it and activated it. That is why here it's showing that it's active. Now, after you've done this, this is now time to upload the paid or the pro version. So this is where you want to come over here to upload plugin, and then you want to click on choose file, navigate to where it is on your computer, and then install it. And then after that, you want to add your API key. All right, so that process is very, very straightforward, very, very easy to use. The next step now is to take a look at the interface, the UI. Is it easy? All right, so once installed, you're going to get this entry called HelpGent. So the first thing you want to do is to come over here to settings and add our license key. So to add our license key, you want to come over here to this tab, click on that, and then paste your license key, and pretty much you're good to go. Now let's take a look at the UI and see how easy it is to find our way around. So there's two types or two ways you can create your forms. If you come over here to create my first form, we can start from a template or we can create one from scratch. So let's take a look at the templates and see how good they are and pretty much see what we can do with them. So over here we have our job application, we have our appointments and so on. So we have quite a few here, and we also have quite a few coming soon. All right, so let's have a quick preview of this one right here. So as you can see here, this is a simple form. It just says join us here. But what is important here is it's conversational. It goes through steps. So I can say continue here, and then you can type your answer here like that. And then you can just keep going through. And this is a much, much better experience than just filling up a form that's just, you know, the forms I'm talking about. Right, so we don't want to spend too much time here. These are just templates. Now let's go back and see how easy it is to create our own from scratch. So I'm going to say create my first form and then create from scratch. I'm going to give this form a name. I'm going to call this support. And then I'm going to say enable form bubble. Okay, so that's that little bubble that you see on the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to select that, and I want this on the contact page. How about that? Now I can hit create form. Now look at that UI. This is really, really amazing. I really like the fact that it's very easy on the eye and it's very, very easy to use. So first of all, what we're going to do is we are now going to see what elements that we can add to this form. So first things first, I want to add like a name, email address, and so on. Over here on the elements, I can click on this drop down, and then I can choose name and email. I'm going to say yes, change the type. So I want them to enter their name and email. And then once they've done that, I'm going to move to a next screen. So I'm going to say add new. And this time I'm going to say open-ended. Okay. So on the open-ended here, you can see we have text, video, voice, and screen. So that's how I want my clients to communicate with me. All right. So that's looking great. I'm going to say publish. Now, at any point, if you want to remove any of these, you can just come over here and disable it like that. Okay, but I'm going to leave it as it is. Now over here we have the option to add our image on the background here. So let's say you have an image that works with your brand. You can just come over here, go to your library. So now just by uploading that image, you can see now it looks really, really nice here as our backdrop. All right, so that's looking great. Now we also have a different layout option here at the bottom. So we can have it like that, we can have it like this, we can have it like that as well. So it's up to you how you want to have this design. So I like the flexibility here as well. Now over here we have the ending. Okay, so this is where you can choose what you want to do after they've sent you the voice or the video or the text. All right, so I'm going to click on that, and now let's work on this. So let's say you have something at the end that you want to promote or you want them to take a look at. You can just say here, so here we're saying get 50% off your first consultation, and then here this try for free will take you to pretty much whatever page it is that you want to take them. But if you want to customize where people can go to after clicking here, you can always come over here and add it. This is the button URL, and this try for free is the text in the button. So you can change that and say, get your discount. So pretty much it's very, very easy to use. Now, let's say you want to add social media icons. This is where you can come over here. You can add your Facebook here, add another one. So let's say this one here is Twitter. I know Twitter is not Twitter anymore, but you know what I mean. I can add another one. And let's say this one here is YouTube, Instagram. In fact, let's get rid of this. This is annoying me. Let's add Instagram instead. Okay. So now you've added your social media icons, and pretty much once you're done with this, you're good to go. Okay. So once you're done, all you have to do now is to publish it. Now remember, we added this to the contact page. So here's our chat bubble. And by the way, you can decide where you want to have it, bottom left or bottom right. So let's click on it and see what happens. Right. So now it's asking for our email address. I can go in and add my email address and then click on OK. Now we have the ability to add a text message, video, voice, or screen. Now let me test this to see if this is really working. So I'm going to go to screen. And I'm going to say request permission. And then I'm going to say allow this time. Click on start recording. So here's where I can choose where I want to record. So this could be a window. This could be the entire screen. So it's pretty much whatever it is that you want to record. So I have two monitors here. So I'm going to go for screen one. So let's say over here, this is where you want to maybe perhaps open this like that. Okay, so now I'm going to say stop, and this is my screen that I was recording. So I'm just going to escape that. So here's the video that I was recording. If I wanted to show and my mouse was moving, this will show me what my client is trying to explain regarding what it is they're having difficulties with. So if you're happy with that, all you have to do is to click on send, and now it's being uploaded to my website. Okay, so now it says get the discount. Remember, we had that end page. So this is where if you click on that, it takes you now to that page. So if I click here, get your discount, pretty much it's gone. All right. So it's opening here, WP Wax. And there we go. And by the way, if you're watching this around the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there's a 50% discount. All right. All right, let's go back here and let's see what is happening. So now that we've filled in this, we can just close it out of here. And let's go back and let me show you how you can fix this chat bubble. So you want to come over here to the settings tab. So you can see it's on the bottom left. So we can change that to the bottom right. And to do that, you want to come over here to customize, and then you can choose the shape. You can also choose, pretty much different type of shapes and the positioning as well. Sometimes you're stuck with some colors that don't match your branding. So let's see how easy it is to customize this. So if we come over here now to the design tab, look at that. We have all these colors. I can go in here, change my text color to maybe a lighter gray. I can go in and change, all these button colors. So let's say I don't want to use that one. And I have a separate color from my branding palette. I can just use that, and I can just continue on until I add everything that I need to add on here. So that's pretty straightforward, and I really like how easy that is. Next, we also have an image that we can add over here. So as you can see here, there's nothing. So I can click here on upload. I'm going to use my same image. And now I have my form. I'm going to click on publish, and pretty much we are good to go. Now, there's also other features that I'd like to talk about, because this was the chat bubble and also how to do the recordings, either in video, audio, and so on. Now, what if you want to just have, let's say, a normal form? Well, let me show you how to do that. So let's go back to all forms. And then we're going to say create new. And this time we're going to create from scratch. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to create a conversational form. So here we have our welcome, which is right there. Let's add another screen. So this time I want to add, let's say, number. So here are my elements here that I need to add. I'm just adding all these at random, by the way, so you can add whatever it is that you want on your form. So here we have a number, upload image, so that you can see that it's easy to customize it as well. So now I have an image here on the left. I can also change the way it looks. So now I have the number on my left, or I can have it like this. So pretty much that's straightforward. Now there's something I didn't mention, and that is all this is mobile friendly. Look at that. All right, so now that I have the number here, I can go ahead and add even more items. So let's go ahead and add another screen. And this time this is going to be, let's say, yes or no. Click away. And finally, I want to add some sort of rating. So I'm going to come over here, add a rating, and pretty much we're good to go. All right, so now that we have this, to make this conditional, check this out. Now let's talk about logic. So we want that when someone comes over here on number 1, we can come over here to logic and decide what happens. So this one here by default says jump to number 2, but I can go in here and say add rule. So I can say number 1, if it's equal to, or if I click on this drop down, I can say not equal to, I can say lower than, I can say greater than, I can say is lower or not equal to, and so on. So there are many conditions here. So I'm going to say if this number here is lower than 20, then I want them to go straight to the rating and skip this yes, no. Okay. So I'm going to say then go to rating. Done. Publish. So this time I'm going to copy this shortcode like that. And then I'm going to add this on a new page. So I'm going to come over here to my sample page. Now this is another way of showing you that you can use shortcodes to edit this. All right, so I'm going to go to edit page. So I'm going to click here to add my code. So here's my shortcode. I'm going to paste it like that and then click on update. So remember, if my number is less than 20, it's going to go to the rating. So here's our form. I'm going to click on. So my number here, I'm going to add, let's say 19. Click on OK. And now I'm on the rating. But what if my number is not 19 and it's say maybe 600? If I click on OK, now it's taking me to this option here, which is right through my system here. You can see this is the next step, which is the yes, no, and then here we have the rating. So the conditional logic is very, very powerful if you want to direct people to the right place to go as they're going through your forms. Now, what I like about these conversational forms is you can add pretty much any type of fields. So let's say I want to add another screen here. I can pretty much add whatever I want. I can add a phone number. I can add my drop downs. I can add multi-select. There's so much I can do here. And at the end, you can also add your link so that it's a call to action. So overall, HelpGent is fantastic. I highly recommend it. Not only can you create conversational forms, but you can also have that chat support bubble, which allows you to have audio, video, text, and so on. And the UI is also very, very easy to use as compared to version 1. So check it out. The link to that is in the video description below. I will be making more tutorials on HelpGent because I need to show you some case studies of how we can make this work in real life. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.